Schedule came out yesterday. We already knew the opponents, just a matter of when we were going to play those opponents, but it came out yesterday. So, damn it, it's time for the official record prediction for the Minnesota Vikings on this YouTube channel, starting with Week 1 at Cincinnati. Kirk Cousins versus Joe Burrow, or after Justin Jefferson's interview with Colin Cowherd, I guess we should call Joe Burrow Swaggy J. But the Bengals still have problems on the offensive line, even with the addition of Riley Reeve. Vikings defensive line will be top 5. Football is all about who can win the battle of the trenches. Give me the Vikings in this one. Week 2 at Arizona. Mobile quarterbacks have always been the kryptonite to Mike Zimmer's defense. Add on to that, Kyler Murray is throwing to guys like DeAndre Hopkins, and even though he's in the tail end of his years, AJ Green, they're going to have a nice 1-2 punch at running back. The Cardinals will, with Chase Edmonds and James Conner. They added J.J. Watt. They signed him. They drafted Zaven Collins. The Cardinals are going to be nice, man. I'm going to say this is going to be a tight battle, but the Cardinals do just enough to come out on top. Vikings lose to Arizona. Week 3 versus Seattle. What better home game to start the season with to open up to your hometown fans than against the team that you've had to play consistently on the road since the pilot episode of the Golden Girls? I absolutely love it. Russell Wilson, he's still a problem. DK Metcalf absolutely worked Cam Dantzler last year, but Cam Dantzler got way better as the season went on. And if healthy, Dalvin Cook, he would have hit that hole on 4th down that Alexander Mattison could not. I think our defensive front is going to be in Russell Wilson's face all game long. Give me the Vikings to win their home opener. Week 4 versus Cleveland. Head coach Kevin Stefanski returns to his old stomping grounds at US Bank Stadium. And this is going to be an old school matchup when you look at 2020. Both teams limited the pass attempts and went crazy on the rush attempts. Now, the Browns' offensive line, they're probably top 3 in the league. Vikings defensive line. This is going to be a battle of some grown-ass men here, folks. OBJ and Jarvis Landry, they're going to make Dantzler and Patrick Peterson work. But I think the Vikings will pull off the surprise win here. They go 3-1. Week 5 versus Detroit. New head coach, new quarterback, pretty good draft. You added Jamal Williams in free agency, but it's still the Lions. Every year, this is going to be the year that the Lions finally break out and show everyone. It's still the Lions. I'll believe it when I see it. Vikings will win this one. In fact, I'm going to say that the Vikings will sweep the season series. Week 6 at Carolina. Sam Darnold, he's their new guy, and I think he's a pretty good player, but with the Jets, he just didn't have a good front office or leadership to support him with talent around him. The Vikings should win this game, but every year, and I feel like this applies to all teams across the league, every year with the Vikings, there's always that one game where you say, really? So I'm going to say the Vikings fall to Carolina, get it out the way early. Week 7 is the bye. Week 8 versus Dallas. Now, tentatively, this will be the game that I'll be out in the Twin Cities. Halloween night should be a good time. Now, the Cowboys' offensive line, they will be healthy this time around, and their defense should be really, really good. I'll tell you what, their 11 draft picks this past draft, out of their 11 draft picks, 8 of them were on defense. And all things being equal, I would actually pick the Cowboys to win, but motherfuckers, the Vikings are undefeated, 4-0 when I go to the games. Give me the Vikings over Dallas on Sunday night. Week 9 at Baltimore. Lamar Jackson is the ultimate example of mobile quarterbacks, and our edge rushers are going to have a flawless game. They're going to have to be damn near perfect to limit the extended plays, but I think it's just going to be too much. Give the Vikings the L in this one. Week 10 at Chargers. O-line was trash last year, but they addressed it this offseason. They signed All-Pro center Corey Linsley, formerly of the Green Bay Packers, and they took Rashawn Slater in the first round. And Justin Herbert to Keenan Allen, that's going to be a tough connection there. But you know what? Kirk Cousins to Justin Jefferson and Adam Thielen, that's going to be tough too. Give me the Vikings over the Chargers. Week 11 versus Green Bay. Who's going to be the quarterback, right? Rodgers, he wants out unless the GM is fired, and I'm going to assume that he is gone, which means there's a new era in Packer football, damn it. And his name is Blake Bortles. Oh, hell yeah. If this is the case, give me the season series sweep for the Vikings. If Rodgers does play in a Packers uniform again, then I'll go ahead and split the series. But for the sake of this schedule prediction, Rodgers, he's playing in Denver. Oh, the grass is greener on the other side. Vikings, they will sweep the Packers this year, 2021. Week 12 at Santa Clara versus the 49ers. Physical team, man. And whether we're talking about Jimmy G at quarterback or at this point in the season, maybe it's actually Trey Lance who they took with the 3rd overall pick. But either way, this team represents true smash mouth football, which in these type of games is usually where Mike Zimmer struggles with in-game adjustments. I'm going to go ahead and say the Vikings will take the L here. Week 13 at the Lions, I said it's going to be a sweep. Week 14 versus the Steelers on Thursday night. 3rd-ranked defense last year, so it's going to come down to which offense makes the least amount of mistakes. And I can potentially see Dalvin Cook getting held in check here. So that means in these type of games, can the Vikings, being forced to open up the passing game, can they survive and pull out the win? At this point in the season, I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say the Vikings pull off the upset. They beat the Pittsburgh Steelers. Week 15 at Soldier Field. Listen, man, we can make fun of the quarterback situation over in Chicago all we want to, and they'll probably start the year with Andy Dalton. He'll struggle a little bit. They'll move over to Nick Foles, and then they'll eventually go to their 1st-round pick, Justin Fields. Okay, fine. But recently, we've always struggled against this team, whether it's against guys like Mitch Trubisky or Chase Daniel. I think just because of that defense that they have, I'm going to say we split the season series. We'll lose this one on the road, and then we'll win Week 18 at US Bank Stadium. Week 16 versus the LA Rams. Still find a way to face Matthew Stafford if you're the Vikings, even though it's in a different uniform this time around. Jalen Ramsey versus Justin Jefferson, that's going to be a fun watch, but I just feel like Aaron Donald is going to be too much a disruptor in the middle, especially with Garrett Bradbury and the lack of strength on the point of attack. I'm going to say Rams over Vikings in this one. And with the series split against the Bears and with the series sweep against the Packers, that puts my record prediction for your Minnesota Vikings in 2021 at 11-6. Now, if Aaron Rodgers returns, I'm going to say they split the series. 11-6, you should win the NFC North. Now, if Rodgers returns, I'm going to say they split the series. The Vikings, they'll go down to 10-7, which that should be enough to make it in as a wild card spot. So that's my record prediction for your Minnesota Vikings with Aaron Rodgers gone. 11-6, Aaron Rodgers here, 10-7. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Next podcast will be on Monday. We'll see you then.